Hey guys, what's up? This is DJ Cade. If any of you are new to my channel, welcome, hello. And if any of you are here from my last video, which was my 6-track drum and bass mix, then I just want to say before you get thinking that I'm changing up my channel and changing the whole theme of it, that DJing will always be a part of what I do. I'm always going to be uploading more DJ content and planning more things for the future and trying to take footage of events if I happen to go to them. So that'll always be a part of what I like to do. But I wanted to have some other videos to upload on my channel in between sets and in between other DJ projects. And I just want to say right now that I'm kind of a huge nerd. I love to play video games. I love to watch all kinds of different animation and anime, and I've been going to anime conventions for the past 15 years at this point. And I play at a lot of conventions as a DJ as well, so that's been a huge part of my life and something that's really changed me and really helped me as a person, and it's been an amazing journey so far. And one of the things that I've been doing is I've been screen recording Pokemon Go content for a long time, for years. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours of screen recorded Pokemon Go content dating all the way back to the release of Mew, actually, and even things like Community Days and the entirety of GoFest even. And I haven't really found how I wanted to upload this content. I really haven't kind of known what I wanted to do with all of it. Like, I've been recording it more of in like a live journal style where I just play the game and make commentary as I play the game. But something has come up recently, which is the Kingdom Cup, which has really kind of reignited some of my old passions for the Pokemon series and really given me some nostalgia feels. And it was something where I didn't even know if I was going to like PvP. I didn't even think I wanted it in the game. I didn't even really care if it was introduced. And it ended up being something that totally changed the way I play the game. And I'm still preparing for the Kingdom Cup. My Kingdom Cup has not happened yet. I will be uploading the entirety of my Kingdom Cup and showing you guys the results, whatever they happen to be. And I can talk a little bit more about myself and some of the things I have recorded. And don't worry, in the future, a lot of the content I make is going to be a lot more focused than this. But I just kind of wanted to show you this just as a player who went from not planning or caring about PvP in any way in Pokemon Go to discovering a bunch of resources, a bunch of great YouTubers, and a bunch of things in my Pokemon storage that I'd been holding on to for a long time that I didn't even know that I had, that turned out to be amazing for the upcoming tournaments. So just join me for now. I mean, the videos might be a little bit long, and like I said, content will be more focused in the future, but just join me for my journey and see how I do in the Kingdom Cup, because at some point I will be uploading my results from that as well. So take care, you guys. Enjoy. Hey guys, what is up? This is DJ Cade. I'm back once again with another recording, and I thought I'd just sit down and talk at you guys in this recording and just kind of catch you up on what I've been doing. And oh, I absolutely need that. I need those ground types, so perfect. I can actually have some video while I'm talking. So at first, I didn't really know what to think about PvP. I really didn't know if I was going to like it, if I was going to care about it. I thought, you know, all I am is a shiny hunter. That's all I really even care about. Do I really even want to battle? Excuse me. All of a sudden, I've got some hiccups. But I've started to realize that I actually am getting more excited about PvP than I initially thought. I'm actually doing more planning, and I'm finding a lot more resources, and I'm looking ahead towards future tournaments, and I'm starting to do calculations on a lot of my Pokemon to see how close they get to 1500 without going over. And I'm starting to find that it's giving me a different purpose in the game. I mean, I should do a video about this. and I probably will at some point. But for the longest time, you know, all we really did was we really just saved the highest IV Pokemon that we could possibly get, right? I mean, that's really like so here's my perfect Pokemon that I've gotten so far. Still to this day, only 9 of them, 1 lucky, 1 shiny, and as a matter of fact, this guy just got a brand new exclusive move. But he's already out of range for the Great League, so whatever. But anyways, we didn't really have an idea of what the end game even was. And all we were doing is trying to save our best IV Pokemon. And now, with PvP, the whole attitude and the whole climate of the game has changed. Maybe not the attitude of it, but what people choose to save and what people choose to seek out. Now, instead of seeking out Pokemon with the highest IV combinations and like as close as I possibly can find to perfect, now I'm seeking out Pokemon that get as close as they possibly can to 1500 and also to 2500. Master League is a whole different thing. For that one, you're definitely going to want full IVs, perfect IVs, if you can possibly get them. But for the other 2 leagues, it's all in how that CP calculation plays out. It's all in that, and it gets to the point where I actually have trouble throwing away things I get in the wild now, because who knows, it might actually be a good contender for Great League. And what I wanted to do is, since I was actually getting more into PvP and that sort of thing through the first week of the Tempest Cup, I was starting to realize that maybe this is something I want to do. Even if I lose, even if I don't do all that well, even if I, don't, ever take home the grand prize, like, I don't really care. But it kind of started to stick to me a little bit. I noticed that the Sylph Road kept having more tournaments, and they kept, having, like, first they had the Boulder Cup, and then they had the Twilight Cup, and then they had the Tempest Cup, and now for the next month it's going to be the Kingdom Cup. So it's the 18th of March. Actually, it's the 19th right now. I'm not sure why that wasn't updated on my phone. Yes, it's the 19th of March, and as of right now, there's very little talk about the Kingdom Cup online, on Reddit, on any forums or anything. People aren't really talking about it on Pokemon Go Game Press or any other of the other websites, but I'm already doing research, and I'm excited that I'm getting in on this ground floor for this, because for the last tournament, I've actually decided I am not going to do the Twilight Cup or the Tempest Cup. I'm sorry, because the weekend after that, I have my first anime convention gig in a long time, and I'm so hype about it. Like, holy cow! So I'm gonna be DJing at Anime Detour, and it's going to be 14 years since I've been at that convention. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is one of the biggest gigs and one of the best crowds and one of the longest running conventions, and I'm so hyped, so thrilled to be playing there, and I hope everything can go off without a hitch, because, like, I mean, it was the one convention that really got me to love anime conventions. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I still have my badges here and everything, and I'm sorry if there's no video and if you're just having to listen to me, but like, I'm so honored to be able to come back and play, and I gotta prepare for the gig. I can't be like, doing the Tempest Cup the week before and trying to, like, level all the stuff up, and I don't have a Tropius, and I haven't figured out my Obama Snows or anything like that, or Obama Snow. I have a bad habit of saying Obama Snow. But one thing I can tell you guys right now about the Kingdom Cup is that Lucario is going to be an incredibly powerful Pokemon. He's going to be one of the top rock, paper, scissors Pokemon. I'm almost sure of it. And I did a little bit of research on this Lucario, or this Riolu right here. Let me hear what he sounds like. Okay, okay. And I found something really, really cool, is that this, I was actually really disappointed by it when I first hatched it, because it only came across as really strong. And it has some good defense, but it really doesn't have much else. And I just kind of thought, like, oh man, like this isn't going to be that good of IVs, it's not going to be that great or anything. But there's something I want to do right now. I finally have a reason to use my rare candies. I finally have a decent... Let me turn this down. I finally have something I can do with these bad boys. I am up to 345. And I'm going to do this right now because not only is he going to be good for the Great League and the Kingdom Cup, but he's just going to be a good Pokemon in general. He's just going to be a very, very good Great League generalist. And I think in this case, in this one particular case, I'm going to use my rare candy. I've been saving it for so long. I didn't use it for Meltan like I wanted to. I haven't been using it for Gen 4 evolutions. I've been just sitting on it and sitting on it and sitting on it. So guess what? It's finally time. It's burning a hole in my pocket. Let's go. Let's do this, baby. And now I can see why so many people were so happy about the inclusion of just being able to dump a lot of rare candy at one time. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that is great. So out of 245, that's only 54. That's actually not that much. So let's do it. Boom. Plus 54. That's pretty cool. And I turned up the volume for a reason. Let's first teach him a new attack, because it's not going to be that expensive. Absolutely. Okay, cross chop, brick break. And oh, this came from the UK. This came from Ryan Walker, huh? DJ Ryan Walker. Dude, my man in the UK. Of the Juicy Podcast, hooking me up once again. I forgot about that. Alright, now, for the coup de grace. When you see the CP that this comes out to after I evolve it, you're gonna be like, you lucky... You lucky... Alright, we're doing it. I don't even care. Not waiting for a lucky egg or anything. All right. Ooh, okay. Oh, dude, yes, he got Power Up Punch. That was a good one. That was definitely one we wanted. And what does he sound like again? And look at that CP. 1497. Only 3 points off from 1500. And here I was all worried because like he was only appraised at really strong like this, but that ended up turning out to be one of the best things. I don't have to trade anybody for a Lucario or a Riolu. I've got one in my Pokedex now. It barely cost me any Stardust at all. I didn't have to power it up even once. And you know what? I'm not even going to walk it, because that way it prevents me from accidentally hitting the power-up button. So, like, if we can avoid hatching Riolus from now on, the better. I've basically got this thing on lock. This is crazy. So, now we're just going to do a little bit of TM surgery. We're going to use that fast TM. And now he's Lucario, so we'll do that. And we don't want Bullet Punch, do we? I'm just going to double check this. We don't want that. No, of course we don't want Bullet Punch. Yeah, there we go. If you have 2 charge moves, how does this even work? I guess we're going to find out right now.
Which attack should Lucario forget? Flash Cannon. Close combat. Oh my god. Really? Okay, we'll try that one more time. At least when he's got 2 charge moves, it doesn't have a chance of getting the 2 identical charge moves, so that's kind of nice. Close combat. Ah! No! There we go. Yes! Okay, it took 3 charge TMs, but dude, I don't care. This is going to be my absolute secret weapon. This is absolutely going to be one of the best things I can get for my team. And that's only one of the Pokemon. I'm not going to give away like where I'm getting all this information, like I said, but at least I will be giving away kind of like what the top counters are. And I know there's a lot of other YouTubers right now that are doing videos on all the top Pokemon in the meta and how they kind of play out. But I can tell you one thing right now, and that is that Lapras is going to be crazy strong. Lapras is going to be one of the strongest Pokemon for use in the Great League by far. Okay, so out of all these, the 2 that I'm thinking of using are either this one, which I think it's actually pretty crazy that I did not have Lapras for the longest time when I played this game, and I made an effort to go out and get one from a raid, and this is the earliest one I got. It doesn't have any legacy moves, unfortunately. That's kind of a bummer. But it's just weird to think that Lapras became a lot more common, right? And I have a lot more of them in my bag, but it was still worth it to go out and get this very first Lapras. So I still don't feel like that original effort going out and raiding and trying to catch that was in vain. So that's pretty cool. But I have another Lapras in my bag that could be really good for PvP, and it's this one right here. This one was the gift from Xandarian, and it has Ice Shard and Dragon Pulse. 2 legacy moves. When I run the calculations, when I run the numbers, when I run the battle simulations, my teams always come out with a slightly higher win percentage if I have Dragon Pulse as a second charge move. So I'm left with this weird dilemma, okay? This is what I'm left with. I could get this particular Lapras up to its optimum battling condition if I would teach it a second charge move, and if I would TM away Ice Shard, which I really don't want to do. I really don't want to TM away any legacy moves if I can possibly help it, because you never know, there actually might be another time in the meta when Lapras with Ice Shard becomes really strong. I can't really think of exactly when that time's going to be, or like what sort of tournament would have the right typings in order for Ice Shard to be at its most powerful. But I just feel really bad about like TMing a charge or a legacy fast move. So I'm left with this dilemma. This Lapras right here gets a lot closer. As you can see, it gets up to 1494, and this one only gets up to 1487. So my first Lapras is stronger, but doesn't have access to the good legacy moves. Whereas this one does have good Lapras access to the legacy moves, but I would have to TM one of them away so it could be the most effective in battle, because like your fast move is really going to determine a lot of damage. Like fast moves aren't shieldable. You really want to have the optimum fast moves for the situation, if anything. You know, this one, how many power-ups would it need? Oh, only one more. Okay. so I could get it right up to where it needs to be, and just with a little bit of TM surgery, I could get it up to snuff for battle. But do I want to do that right now, or do I want to just wait? Honestly, we'll power you up right now, just to get you there. Perfect. Those are the two Pokemon I wanted to kind of talk about at first, and at least show you, or at least show you after the tournament, how this ended up faring. Because like I'm kind of interested in bringing you guys some content where it's like, okay, I'm preparing for a tournament from scratch and preparing as hard as I possibly can, really analyzing every single stat and every single move, and just working with what I got and seeing how well I do. So those were the first two, Lapras and Lucario. My Lucario's just absolutely perfect. Later on, I'm going to talk about a lot more Pokemon that are going to be relevant in this metagame. So join me for this journey, and I definitely plan, like I said, I definitely plan to compete in the Kingdom Cup, and we'll see how it goes. I will talk to you guys later. Good luck in the upcoming tournament. Take care, everybody. Peace.